This video is actually part of a series of lectures that are in a class entitled The MBTI Learning Styles, the 16 Personalities. You can access this course at udemy.com, teachable.com, or thinkific.com. You can also find more information at studentsuccessbase.com, which is our website, and the information is in printed format on Amazon in both a paperback and Kindle versions. As an educator, I really enjoy working with the ENFP, and mostly because I think of how curious they are, and they're so stimulated by new people and ideas and experiences that they're fun to teach because you see this light bulb go off. But remember that as we go forward, that they're part of that valuing pair, intuition plus feeling, and they need an approach to life that is warm and enthusiastic. They like to focus on ideas and possibilities, and especially for the possibilities of people around them. Let's look at their general description. Warm, enthusiastic, and imaginative. They see life full of possibilities, make connections between events and information quickly, and confidently proceed based on patterns that they see. They want a lot of affirmation from others. They're the people that always want you to pat them on the back. And if you don't, they say, "Did I do that right?" That's who these people are. But they really will give a lot of appreciation and support back. They're spontaneous, they're flexible, and they rely on their ability to really improvise. And remember, verbal fluency, they are very verbal learners. Let's look at their keyword and their frequency. This is 8% of our total population. This is an incredible amount of our population. So it's going to be often that you'll run into this type of learner, or maybe you are this type of learner. Remember how creative and curious they are. Their keywords are innovative and exploratory. This is the question they want to answer though. How does this help me solve a problem for, right? Put it in the blank. Maybe it's for your community, or maybe it's for the people next door, or your family, or for self. But generally, they look outward and not inward. Now, their learning style. ENFPs are most interested in information knowledge that is related to other people and relationships. They love to analyze feelings. They're the people that do the self-help books and little self-help tests, right? They love to hear the opinions of others. They're going to look for others' opinions. They're highly focused on growth and development, both of self and others. Now, here's the thing though, they procrastinate. They procrastinate their assessments, they procrastinate their assignments, they wait until the end to do them all. And this isn't a reflection of their interest, it's just a reflection of their personality because they really want to learn the material. They love theory. They're idealistic and they like to develop their own opinions, and they don't really want to be told what they think. They really hate that. They love to scaffold knowledge into existing schemas, so it's really easy for them to make connections between new information and information they already knew. So they look forward to the future when they learn, and they actually note, this is interesting, of how knowledge can be applied and solved and used to solve their problems. They will look at something new and say, wow, I could use this here. They are motivated most when they see a relationship between the classroom instruction and immediate application in the world. So let's look at their classroom environment. They love fast-paced, interactive classrooms. It needs to move real quick. They love lively discussions. They like lively classrooms, lively interactions, creativity, imagination, and they love things when they're not structured. They want active communications. They love group work and discussions, and they learn independently if they have to. But they prefer to be with others, and they enjoy exploring activities that are really going to engage their imagination. Since they're verbal learners, they love to verbalize what they're learning. And this is fantastic because if you can get them to verbalize, especially if they're reading notes, you're going to get 3 senses involved: sight, hearing, right? And what else? Sight, hearing. Oh, and they're the verbal learner. So there you go, right out the mouth. Isn't that awesome? Open-ended discussions are probably the most valuable part for an ENFJ. So let's compare what is most comfortable versus what is least comfortable. So most comfortable, unstructured, experimenting, brainstorming, problem solving, diversity. They love to be the center of attention. Do you have that student in your classroom? Maybe you are that student, the class clown, right? Because they're imaginative and they love to have a personal involvement. They enjoy being with other people. They get really, really drained when they are by themselves. It really pulls their energy out. And often you will say, wow, keeps falling asleep when we're doing independent work. Why? Because there's no energy there. They need the interaction to create energy. Now, least comfortable, observing, structure, routine, details, memorization, repetition, passivity, independence, detailed instructions. Oh my goodness, can you see it? Now let me tell you how people might see them. Their classmates are really going to see them as lively, gregarious, and sociable. So if you see people like that with a large group, a circle of friends, you could say, wow, these are people are going to feel most comfortable in these situations. So some teaching tips. They need a lot of space. Why do they need space? Because they need movement to really be able to take in information. They're very kinesthetic. They like unstructured time, creativity, imagination. Do you feel like we've said that before? Why do we keep saying it? Because it's important. It's important to remember that. They need to have ways to inspire them to reach out and use their strengths, like brainstorming. They need a substantial amount of time to really share. And one thing to do is to remember that these people are very personable and they can be very persuasive. So use them in discussion places or discussion ways that you can persuade people to really believe in or understand information. They make great teachers. They are wonderful. They value feedback. They look for opportunities to meet with others. However, they do need question and answer time. You want to be able to encourage self-directed learning opportunities. This doesn't mean independent work. This means you want to encourage them to find more information or how they can learn outside of the classroom with little structure. Because inside the classroom, you may have to have some structure, but if you give them some tools, they're going to run with it. Make sure that you have that you have a variety of assessments and assignments. Also, remember that they love affirmation. Don't forget that part. As a learner, again, here comes that creativity and imagination, right? Remember, these are your strengths. Find ways to do them. Try mind mapping, brainstorming, search out relationships with other students and help them. Be creative, discuss material, create groups for discussions, look for supplemental instruction opportunities, verbalize as you learn. Some things you can do is work on your note-taking skills. And as you are taking notes, be sure to then walk around and talk them out. Try a variety of methods and create or invent a style that really is going to work for you. Be sure to set up timetables and learning goals because you'll tend to procrastinate a little bit, and search for strategies that are going to help you learn when you are stuck. And I like the word stuck here because it really emphasizes that you are stuck in a teacher-centered classroom. You can't get away. Remember that there are some ways that you can really have some growth. You tend to be a little scattered and trouble focusing. So if you can find ways that you can really use some strategies and ways to focus, and also create some kind of schedule or opportunity to help you follow through with deadlines, procedures, even decisions.